on the T side there into the empty bomb site. Heroic fully stacked up on A. This is going to be a bit of an error, but they will hear the footsteps of Devu Duvet getting up close. Modi finding that first kill. Bomb plant is already down for LDLC, but they don't have a kit on Heroic, and considering they played retake on B, that's very, very dangerous. They need to find these kills, and they need to find them fast, but that's exactly what's coming through. All these kills going the way of Heroic right now. 2 players up for LDLC. No Molotov in this heaven position for Twanu, but he does have a low player on the other side, finishing that kill off. Modi's dead, the bomb's being stuck, but it's not planted for Twanu. This is a huge error for LDLC. Twanu needs to get into position, but Mertz has already gotten off that defuse, and Twanu's made it work with 4. Great round from him, and a bit of a weird setup for Heroic.
Yeah, a bit of a weird setup is an understatement, I would say. As you said, playing retake with no kit, also no utility on either side. This is a very strange pistol run. It's basically all on duels, all over the map, but Toronto brings it home with a Glock. Mid-range, close range, doesn't matter.
Yeah, all over it. 1-0 for LDLC, and that's the start they would have wanted here. Heroic actually going to be forcing into that second round, which does make some sense considering it means they have to eco the third if they lose this and then buy up in the fourth. Now that allows for the AWP.
Let's see Mertz coming in with the AWP. Twanu, aggressive AWP playing, but he's on low. It's going to be Mertz with the frag.
Yeah, that was a double setup from Heroic, so even if Mertz misses a shot, I mean, there's a follow-up player to get rid of Twanu while he reloads the AWP. It's going to have to be retrieved by Alex, the resident Brit that we do have here. We've got a couple here in Sweden. We got Def and Alex. That's always nice.
That's nice.
And he's going to go for a pick down on B.
But then, once again, one of these things... Oh, that's a nice pick from Alex. But one of these things that LDLC sometimes do a bit too aggressively, in my opinion, is the way that they try to constantly force the issue inside without pushing. So when they're taking no man's land, basically the position above lower, they're going to push into that very aggressively. And that's exactly what Mertz read in that situation. He read that, okay, they're going to peek aggressively. I'm not going to take the outside peek with the AWP. I'm going to go inside and make sure I take that duel against no man's, which usually doesn't have an AWP on the CT side. So it's showing me that Heroic are reading into kind of the demos that you can watch of LDLC and how they play this. Very nicely done, but the round is far from over because Amanek is in a perfect position.
Yeah, he just wrapped all the way down Ivy, reading very well that Heroic gave away that position after the initial bouts of damage went down on B. Freiburg cleverly doesn't rotate through the connector. He goes for the long wrap. The problem is his teammate, not quite the same story. Cillian running to his death. And just like that, Freiburg may be on the long wrap, but there are 2 Ts here to shut it down. Alex is posted, Logan gets the kill, and even though Freiburg's found an exit, surely he's not long for this world. Devic's there, and 4-0 for LDLC, yeah. Great start.
Super nice post plan for LDLC, the way that they hold it in every single angle. You see, they have 2 players CT, 1 player upper, 1 player lower. So the second that someone either takes a duel or dies somewhere on the map, forcing a CT to come in, there's going to be
re-scout on Freiburg, pistols here and there. A couple of nades for a potential nade stack in T-Con. Great shot from Freiburg. Oh, he goes back in for more. This man is hungry for a headshot. And instead he gets tagged with a nade, and that allows LDLC to push up. And now this scout is rendered pretty unrealistic to get a frag here. Instead the smoke goes down, so he won't even be challenged. Devec does at least trade things back, taking down Body. Amanek winning his duel as well on Ivy, and that opens up the wrap towards CT spawn. And although Mertz is posted on it, it's just such a small pixel. It's hard for him to hit a shot, especially with his T-Con push out as well. Logan's doubled, and just like that, this round is probably over. It's only the birthday boy himself with a pistol. Just not going to win that duel. The problem is, the flank is there, and Amanek will seal the deal for LDLC. Twanu, who crossed safely, only so safely. The nade does tag him, but it's LDLC bursting, and S-Tag's caught or dropping off the top of the train. Cillian, he's going to get smoked off as well. He can't do a thing there. That's a team smoke down, but it gives him the room to get out onto the bomb site, and Freiburg's going to cover the cross. He won't let them pass, shutting down Amanek, and Cillian lines up a double. Player knocked off the top of the train. Twanu gets himself a single frag, but over in the meantime, there's a man in the middle of the site. That is Logan once again. Heroic realizing this, though, rotate Cillian, great nade to do damage, and Mertz follows up with more and more towards that A site. It's Modi locking down B, 3 kills on him again. He has been off to a strong start for Heroic. Just the AWP left up, it is Twanu, but he's going to need more than 1 if he's going to win this round.
Great play from Muddy, great rotation, and I'm not sure, I think it was Cillian maybe? I'm not sure, someone rotated in from the connector. And just make sure, actually it was Mertz with the AWP, and that makes a lot of sense.
No, Mertz was the one killing. So.
Let's see what they want to do here. Just set up in the default. Alex trying to take a chance against Mertz, and that's the kind of play that Mertz is just going to make. Like, he's going to rotate all around the map. S-Tag holding down at E-Box. We'll get one for one trade.
I like that. Look at that. They're throwing in utility on the left side. That's Freiburg trying to force a peek into the hand of Mertz. They know there was a player in the position where the Molotov sits. And so they wanted Twani to cross towards Olof, allowing Mertz to get that pick with the AWP. Heroic. Some good teamwork there, although it doesn't get them anything. At least for now, because 4-on-3, LDLC still have to make a move. And it will be a bomb site after all. Devin Duvek tagged by the AWP of Mertz, back up in the heaven, as you said, constantly repositioning, constantly remaining unpredictable, and he's going to find himself another as well. Twanu dropped, the head spotted, and Amanex, he's the last man left up. Mertz going to try and hit the shot, but Amanex making this work. He's found himself two.
See if you can go for even more. 40 seconds remaining, but Mertz will shut it down. Just going to run in, I think.
They've rotated a player off of B. Maybe this is the wrong read.
Nice from Muddy though, he gets a 1-for-1. With the pre-flash coming in, that's probably the best thing you could hope for. And this is the B play. Rotations are coming in from the CT side, but Alex has the huge flank. Twanu will be shut down. S-attack from the back, that's the bomb gone down. But now Alex on the opposite side of things, trying to battle it back. 1v3 now, as Amanek is taken out.
And surely no time for this as well. S-Tag has single-handedly made this heroics round. Alex has to rush this, grab the bomb, and get the bomb. S-Tag will not give... Because I remember when it got buffed, a couple of pros used it for about a week, and that was about it. He might find a free kill with Alex getting aggressive. He sees a shadow free kill for S-Tag. Unfortunate for Alex there. Heroic now taking that man advantage, and there's nothing LDLC can do about it. They are passive as ever.
Yeah, I like that little setup where you have one in anti-flash, basically with his back turned to an eventual flashbang, and then one facing the duel. If a CT comes aggressive, that's S-attack with the Tech 9. Because that first bullet on the Tech 9 is deadly.
Yeah.
And then you have the secondary play in the anti-flash position. If the flashbang comes in, he turns around and he can take the duel straight up with the Glock.
Every other round, apart from that first round, is useless in the Tech 9.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's going to be that B play for Heroic. We've got Modi already here and a bit of a burst down ramp. Devin Duvek, he's drawn to the heaven, but the real push is down lower and he can't stop that bomb from crossing. He can't even kill Mertz, who's found that frag. Astillion following up, pushing towards the connector as a bomb gets planted by S-Tag. And two players left up for LDLC. This is as done as can be. They're just getting hunted down. Mertz and Astillion cleaning up that round nicely. And AWP is on Amanek and Twanu. A couple of Orgs as well. They're scoped up and ready to go, and Amanek is at least going to be finding first blood.
Astillion now. Setting up for outside nades. Could be just a fake. As Mertz and the others are positioned for the inner push. S-attack and the boys. What's the play going to be? What's the timing going to be? Smoke towards connector. Molotov first train. Flash timing out. No Molotov. It's just going to be the flash timing out. And what a shot from Mertz. Davidovik on the back of the train now.
Yeah, he's got to go huge, but they run past him. Can he get the spray? Great transfer with the AWP, but he needs to follow up, and one is not enough. They're already down a man now that Mertz picks up the rotation from that connector, and they pushed up close as well. Astillion keeping them contained. A man on the other side, but Logan jumps to his death. And just like that, that is the death maybe of LDLC in this round and potentially in this game. Heroic have found 14 as Hamanek retreats from the bomb site. And LDLC, with only one gun to their name saved so far. This is going to be, what, a forced buy at 14-6? Eco for overtime? I mean, both of these options are severely unrealistic. I don't think it matters the difference what they go for.
No, like, not with the way that they played the first half. Or the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half. Like, there's been nothing to indicate that LDLC has a big chance of coming back into this game, apart from that 5-0. We've seen one round for them. And in all the other rounds, it's looking very, very clean for Heroic. Hasn't really been down to a specific 1v1. I think the only time it came down to a 1v1 was that one round where S-attack was outside with the AWP and he won the straight 1v1. That's the only time I can remember, I can recall so far. And it's going to be the force buy, which is not a bad force buy and not a bad choice either. But this is putting almost all of it on the line right now for LDLC. They need this round.
They don't have many more options, Risk. 2 more till the game is over if Heroic are to find both of these. And there's nothing to indicate, as you say, that that isn't the case right now. S-Tag getting flashed into B with Modi. They're keeping up the pressure. There's still this Ivy control down for Heroic with Freiburg in position.
And no one is watching No Man's right now. So usually what you want is someone to just jiggle the position towards lower and spot the feed if they go towards No Man's, which is the area behind the B bomb site. no one has control over that. No one has vision on that. So technically, Heroic could just go in there and just execute B. That's not going to be the play this round, but it's just worrying that they rotate so far away from the initial duels, and that's just showing that either they have a very defensive CT setup or they're actually afraid of taking any form of fights against Heroic. And when you are in that mindset, you're already behind. Like, it's almost like the game is lost before you even play it.
Well, they're not completely fearful. Logan gets flashed
nice.
into main, but they'll be ready for it. Modi's already heard the flashbang. He knows there's a player in there, and he'll get that kill. S-Tag's now the follow-up man who pushes into position as Modi gets tagged. And given the AWP as well from Mertz, capable rifler, this shouldn't be a huge problem, but Amanek could be the issue. He's actually only going to get taken down by Mertz. It's Alex on the back of the bomb site with Georg once again. Twanu good for one. Firebird jumping through the smoke to his death, but S-Tag fires on back through it. It's only Devo Duvek. And while he's on the flank from Pop Dog, he's not got the range to play with. It's a lone UMP. 20 seconds on the clock. This bomb needs to go down. He can try and stop it, but the AWP's posted on his position. The smoke is going to cut him off. And he's got to make the gamble. Does he stay or does he go? He goes home. Modi sends him packing. And 15 rounds to Heroic. They will pick it up.
Heroic on the edge of doing what Optic couldn't. Danish team to grab their first win here in the tournament. I say Danish. Two technically Swedish players. We're gonna adopt Modi for now.
We're going core. They are Danish.
Yeah.
Core.
We're gonna take Freiburg as well. It's pretty nice. I like him. He's a good guy. He could be a part of Denmark. To be honest, like Sweden and Denmark should just unite anyway. Be the strongest CS nation in the world.
Look at this. It's getting political now.
Yeah. Good old Kalmar Unionen.
Look at this creep from Heroic. They've just snuck into B. I mean, Devo Duvek is about to get absolutely domed on the bomb site. He has no idea what hit him. A trade, maybe. Modi just going to be running through the Molotov there and into the connector. There's no way they're ready for that one.
He might get a knife now. Oh, he's merciful. No knife this time around. And two players remaining, a shotgun on Amanek and Twanu with a M4. This is Mission Impossible. Cue Tom Cruise. But in this movie, the good guys, well, good guys is kind of ambiguous, but at least the guys who are underdogs don't win.
No. Amanek here's the flank. Freiburg was ready for that knife kill.
And then Amanek comes in.
Still, time is gone. He's got no kit. There's 3 players alive, and he gets double peaked. Decillion shuts it down, and Heroic will pick up their first win here in Sweden in a dominant fashion. That's the most dominant game we've had today. And on paper, this is the biggest 50-50 as well. So that's a pretty successful win for Heroic. I've got to say, it didn't look like the LDLC we saw a few weeks ago in Chicago, but Heroic have just been going strength to strength recently, and this is them proving it once again.
Heroic on the rise. LDLC slowly declining a bit, but